Hi Cancer, this is going to be your art channel message and tarot reading. Really don't know how long the tarot reading is going to be, but yeah. This is for Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Cross-watchers can watch this too. Even if you're not a Cancer, you can watch this because if you're drawn to a reading or if you come across it and you're like, that sounds like it could be for me, you can click on it and watch it. Like literally all of my videos are timeless, so don't ever think there's any rules or guidelines because there's no guidelines with spirit. That's what I like to say. No guidelines whatsoever. So let's get into it. I started drawing what looked like a kite, then several spikes on the bottom of it. Flying is dangerous, either literal flying or metaphorically. I'm picturing a kite or even a balloon. You let it go, but if it gets too high, you can't ever retrieve it again. All you're doing is watching it until it gets smaller and smaller and then just disappears into the sky. Don't let go. Don't get too cocky because things can easily slip from our grasp and pop like a balloon or get ripped apart like a kite. I believe once a balloon gets too high because of air pressure, it pops. As you get higher, the pressure increases. It becomes harder to maintain, and slacking off may cost you. Treating it like you're still on the ground is silly. You're soaring higher, which means there's more pressure for you to stay doing what you're doing. Some of you have issues with losing focus. Your heads are in the clouds, literally. That's what I was seeing with the kite and the balloon. You're making progress, but with clouded thinking, weaseling its way in. It's like you get way too confident. It's literally like with the balloon, you get too confident with it and it slips out of your hand and then you can never retrieve it because it just gets farther and farther away from you once you lose focus. Especially if it's foggy or if the clouds are out. It's kind of like the clouded thinking. There's no way you can retrieve it once it's far from you or once it's really hard to catch back up. With the spikes, I'm also seeing an accident, kind of like a pilot loses focus or flying in bad conditions. That can be fatal. And I don't want to talk about this, but it reminds me of the Kobe situation. I'm pretty sure that's what happened with that. So it's definitely what I'm seeing here. I'm picking up on literal flying again. Like someone here is a pilot and you're interested in this sort. Spirit is cautioning you to be careful operating equipment in difficult conditions, no matter what it is. Drinking and driving, being tired and fatigued, heavy machinery. Just make sure you're focused. This could be as simple as what I said with driving. Like you're just really tired because you didn't get any sleep. Don't do that. I don't know why. And aren't we in the middle of a retrograde? They say it's really weird with electronics and equipment during this. Like they can easily act up or things can easily go wrong. So just be careful with that. Make sure you're always alert at all times because once you get too confident, like, oh, I can do all of this different stuff when I'm driving. I can text while driving. I can call somebody. I can listen to music. I can space out. Don't. You get way too comfortable and then that's when things happen. So that's what I'm seeing mostly with that. Okay, Cancer, that's the channeled portion. Now we're going to get into the reading. Usually I pick up on really anything from love to just whatever comes out. I think first I'm going to pull an oracle card and then start shuffling and putting them into the spread I usually do. So you over here, I'm gonna pull one of these. Current energy for Cancer based on the channel message I got. Something is definitely getting further from your grasp. Or you're getting too confident and it's like someone loses concentration. I'm getting it in a fatal, potentially fatal way, but also in just like a little way where you're just not working as hard as you used to. You're getting too comfortable. Flexible. That's what I'm saying, like you're being too flexible with yourself. I'm getting like flexible scheduling. You noticed more than you'd like to care to admit lately that you're showing up late to places. You're not always on time. I feel like someone here used to be early, but that quickly progressively turned into like showing up late. Then I'm also just seeing again, like you're being too comfortable, too flexible with yourself. I'm getting like you think you're on top of the world, kind of like someone like, it's like you feel invincible right now. I don't know what that is, but you can be feeling this way all the time, but you still have to be wary of like the dangers in the world. Doesn't mean something's bad's gonna happen to you. I don't want to like rain on anybody's parade, but just don't lose focus. And I was also seeing with flexible exercise, gymnastics, yoga, doing really intense tricks. It could also be cheerleading. I'm seeing don't lose focus with that either. Like don't lose your balance. Make sure you're balanced. Make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you can see, because that can also not end as well as you'd want it to. So just be careful. If you're doing strenuous exercise, practice. Don't jump into anything. Like, it's good to be confident, but don't be overly confident if you know you haven't done the work or practiced first. Or you should also make sure someone's with you at all times, just in case something were to happen. If you're doing intense tricks. It looks like she's balancing herself on top of the ground. Could be from a high distance, or you're up really high. I'm also seeing, weirdly enough, like tricks on buildings. Don't some people like do stuff like that where they're really high up and they're like walking on a wire, or just walking on buildings where it's a really high height? Be careful. You can be flexible, but don't be too flexible. Don't get too comfortable, because you also have to be wary of the dangers. Oh yeah, I was gonna do this. First card out, we have the Three of Cups in reverse. Interesting. I'm gonna put this right here. Clarified by Two of Wands in reverse. Knight of Swords in reverse. Dang. This is interesting. Five of Wands. This is a really weird reading. Then bottom of the deck we have Two of Swords in reverse. Okay. What I was really drawn to off the bat was the Chariot in reverse, as if something came to a halt. Didn't I say, like, with the kite and the spikes, like something's gonna pop, or something's going further and further from your grasp? And then we have the Six of Pentacles reverse. See, like, I love this card. Like, that person's always not getting fed. There's never a balance. Oh my god, balance, flexibility. That's what I'm seeing. Yeah, be careful of losing your balance, or like maybe this could even be like metaphorically, like losing yourself, losing your focus. Definitely. Feels like you're not getting your fair share. Like things aren't making progress. You're not being rewarded for your efforts anymore. That's what it feels like. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords is usually a very quick, hasty, get it quick to the point. That's what I'm thinking right now. But then reversed, it's like slow, no movement once again. Then we have Five of Wands, which is immense conflict. Cancer, I don't want to say you're getting yourself involved in drama, but like whatever this is going on, it doesn't even have to be your fault, but you're getting sucked into drama and other people's issues, and I think it's really causing you to shift your focus to other people. And look at you. It's like they're getting what they want, but you're not. You're losing out because you're helping everybody else but yourself. And it's creating conflict and an internal conflict. I feel like that's what the trouble focusing thing is too. Like, I feel like conflict really bothers you. It's really bothering you right now. It's like, I have to help everybody. There's so much going on around me that I can't tend to myself. That's what it feels like, and that's really not good. Then we have Three Cups reverse. I always see this as like the kind of like a toxic friend circle, or just a negative influence. There's definitely a negative influence here. And you're getting further and further and further away from yourself. Like, you don't even know it feels like you don't even know who you are anymore. Like, you could have abandoned a lot of things you used to do just to focus your attention on these other people. We have Two of Wands reversed. A choice between two things. Yeah, you had to make a choice between like them or you. That's what it felt like. It's like abandoning oneself. And then the overall energy is Two of Swords reversed. The Two of Swords, like upright, I usually say is like you're on guard. Things are neutral, that's what I say with two. But then in reverse, I'm saying your guards are down. Your guards are down when they should really be up. Like, not in a not letting anybody in type thing, but you're letting these negative influences near you, and it's causing you to lose focus. And I feel like the stress and the anxiety of whatever the situation is causing you to lose causing you to lose focus, and then in turn that could get you into serious situations. Like, if you're losing sleep and you're driving the car, you could have noticed like you almost got into an accident because you're just not that focused, you're not with it because you're worried about everything else instead of like where you are in the present moment. A lot of you could literally be pilots, or you operate something within your job that you need to focus and be alert with, but you haven't been lately, and it's causing you to slack. And maybe you lost your job, or you're not getting paid as much because your work ethic is suffering. People notice that you're not as with it. Wow. This Three of Cups is very interesting. Like, it's like whatever these influences are in your life, Cancer, they're slowing you down. They're changing you. And I don't think you necessarily need to kick them out. I just think you really need to revert the attention back to yourself. And there's probably a guilt around that, like, I can't do that. I can't do it. And then, wait, 9 and 1 here is 10. It's like a finale. The flexible finale. That's funny. I keep getting figurative language and alliteration with things I channel, or with things that come to me. I'm getting like your days of being flexible and understanding are over. 10. Ending it. You're trying to end it. Yeah, with the Two of Swords too, I'm kind of seeing like you're seeing things for what it really is. Time to take off the mask and stop avoiding what needs to be done. No more avoiding, like, taking the action. Because look, the Knight of Swords is literally right next to the Chariot, and that's a major arcana. No movement. Like, just stopping yourself from doing everything. And notice how the only one that's not in reverse is this. And this usually in reverse means compromise, ending a conflict, coming to a good resolution. This upright, not so much. And once again, I'm seeing with it's an internal conflict. You're worried about so much that you're going to get yourself into a dangerous situation because you're not alert. It's clouded thinking. There's too much going on up here. Just please pay attention. And I'm pretty sure we're in the middle of a retrograde, or where using things like that, like electronics is highlighted. There's usually always funny things going on with that, so extra careful. I think I'm gonna use another deck. Get more cards. It's gonna be awkward. Get a hand across there. I think I shuffled this already. If not, I don't care. This is just gonna be additional messages because this is really interesting. It's like, what is this that's getting your attention so much that you can't focus? Because it seems potentially dangerous. Could also be the stress you're enduring is dangerous. Because I know, like, have you ever heard of that? Like, people have anxiety so bad, or like their heartbreak is so bad that their heart just stops, or they end up having literal issues in their arteries, like their body just shuts down from the stress, or they go into like panic mode. Kind of like a car stalls. It's like you feel like you can't move. Yeah, you just can't move. What's this? Two of thumbs. Two of swords again. Two of swords again. But this time it's upright. It's like the refusal. This card always doesn't sit right with me because it's like they're buddies, they're hanging out, but then there's two daggers in there. Then this one, he has a bigger weapon, and then he doesn't. It's like getting ready to attack. Not in a literal way, but it's very odd. It's like not seeing someone in front of you for who they really are. It's like, oh, they have great intentions, but really they're ruining your whole life. They're steering you down a path that you never thought you'd be in. That's funny. Reversed, upright. You weren't seeing it before, but now you are. You're being illuminated to it. It's like no more being flexible, no more being understanding, because these people know exactly what they're doing. Ace of Pentacles. Whenever I look at this, like, notice how it's a farm? It's like a huge, kind of like an estate. It's like a new home, a new financial... I'm getting like new land. Someone's moving. That could be what this end is too. One just wanting to get out of the area. I feel like you can't thrive in this area. Chariot. You can't be successful in this area. Or this line of work. This Three of Swords reversed. Three of Cups reversed. See? Three of Swords. That's pain. Like whatever this is painful. Like this group of people has to do with three. I don't want it to come out, I'm taking it. The Lady and the Lord, that's the Lovers. Looks like Adam and Eve. The forbidden fruit. Something was tempting. Bribing? You could have been bribed. Ooh, you could have been bribed to stay in a job or stay doing something that you don't feel passionate about anymore. Could be a long overdue job. Like you'll keep telling yourself you're gonna switch jobs, you never did, but now it's gotten to the point where you have to. Didn't I say your work ethic is really not as good as it was? And I was wondering why, but it's because you don't like the environment you're in. You can't focus, and in turn, since you're not happy, you don't like what you're doing, you don't like who you're working with. They're noticing you're lacking, and then because of that you're losing money. You feel like you're not getting getting your work's worth. And you definitely use like heavy machinery in this job or something that requires focus, and you've definitely gotten yourself into dangerous situations because of how much you don't want to be there or how stressed you are. Wow. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, I'm definitely seeing new home, new job, new beginning, like a new financial beginning or like a new business offer. And then there's flowers. I really love the flowers on the pentacle there. As if you want to plant your seeds in a whole different, literally plant your seeds in a whole different area. So this area is near a farm, or it is a farm. It's a farmhouse. 3 of Pentacles. I'm seeing that's someone getting promoted. See, your work... Ace of Pentacles, come on. Ace of Pentacles, 3 of Pentacles. Your work ethic is improving because you decided to make that move. You saw this for what it really is now, and you want better for yourself. In a different reading, when I got this, I saw this as like 1st, 2nd, 3rd place. You're getting promoted to a really nice position. It's like, I think it's the highest paid position. You could be the leader of this business. It could be your own business. Then I thought I was getting a business. Like, you're taking that leap of faith to grow your own business. Like, you just planted the seeds and it's starting to bloom, but you're not quite there yet. You still have a lot to work on. A lot needs to be done. Like, you're preparing for whatever this business venture is. This business could be construction or building houses, planning houses, cleaning houses. Something to do with like computer work, driving. What's this? 9 of Pentacles. It's like financial independence and independence as a whole. You're your own, someone's becoming their own boss. And look at the smile on his face, as well as the one, it's like they're just observing their surroundings. Like, your surroundings are much better. I'm saying it's also a better environment for your children, or the people you hold close to you. So everyone's much happier. And notice how they're all up right now? Could just be the deck, but I mean, it speaks for itself. Oh my god, in the bottom of the deck, 7 of Pentacles. It's like the beginning of like what you're manifesting. It's just like the final touch. This is definitely something with building or crafting. Getting woodwork, that just popped in my head, woodwork. I think I'm gonna get one more oracle card from this. And then we're gonna wrap it up. Between worlds. 2 different worlds. 2 different jobs. Transition. And look how it's like really cloudy and gloomy on this side. That's the 3 of Swords. I almost said 3 of Swords, but I meant 3 of Cups. Horrible conditions. Cloudy, like clouded thinking. You were so stressed that you didn't, it's almost like you were, I don't want to say out of body experience, but didn't I say, like, when you're really stressed, it has more effect on you than you realize. People's hearts give out over stress, heartbreak, stuff like that. People can't focus. And then in turn, that's fatal to you because you can't do things, your daily tasks, to the best of your ability. You could get into a car accident. You could do something in a line of work you don't want to be responsible for. But I'm seeing definitely made that move. And the world you're in now, the world you've created for yourself now is so much more beautiful. It's like you can stand to be here. You know what I mean? And look, that's 3. I say that as community, like kind of like the 3 of, it's funny because I was getting the reverse in the first one and now I'm getting, it's like a follow-up. They're all upright. It's like your new Three of Cups, your new community, your new setting, your new house. Way better. Here and now. It's like living in the present moment. You feel like you can live in the moment now. You're not ridden with anxiety. You're not always thinking about like leaving. See, I feel like that was on your mind a lot. Like, I need to do this, but I can't. I need to do that, but I can't. You know what I mean? Like, you were always thinking about the past or the future. Things you can't change, or the things that haven't even happened yet. But now, all of that is off your shoulders. You can finally live in the moment and just have fun where you are. Not worried about coworkers. You're not worried about anybody bothering you. It's just all too much better. Yeah, to be fair, things are balancing out. Flexibility. Like, I was also getting, like, working out too. So, it's like you're balanced. I'm seeing you're not as susceptible to these situations because you're more focused. You have a good head on your shoulders. And it's like there's no going back. There's like no going back to the past. You're here. You're happy. And yeah. The scales are balancing out. You got justice for this. And I'm also getting you're more of a hermit. Like the owls, I always think of owls as an independence and like intuition. Nine of Pentacles, starting your own business, starting your own life. Okay, Cancer, that's the end of your reading. I really hope it resonated. Sometimes I'm all over the place with stuff. I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah, please like, subscribe. Really hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to be posting more readings soon. I already posted Pisces, so if you have Pisces in your chart, please check that out. It's a really nice one. And yeah, thank you for watching, and please stay focused. Because we're in retrograde. Okay, see, I can't even talk. Just stay focused when you're using heavy machinery. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's for a reason. Bye, guys.